Hello, everybody. My name is Matthew Dobler. I'm an attorney from Pittsburgh, and I have this YouTube channel called The Online Litigator, where our goal is to get better at practicing law on Zoom. Today's topic came from the listserv, where somebody asked what the best video that people could watch was on how to do a better job of doing Zoom depositions. There was a lot of back and forth, a lot of suggestions for great programs, but one that rose to the top of the list was the program that I'm going to review today. It's called State-of-the-Art Zoom Depositions, Remote Depositions in 2020 with Zoe Littlepage. It is a free video, and that's one of the great things that's about it. So it's available on YouTube. You don't have to pay for it or sign up for anything. I'll make sure that I include a link to the video in the description of this video. But I've got to tell you, it was really a fantastic presentation. 1 week after I watched the presentation, I am still stirred with excitement about some of the ideas that Zoe put in my mind. For example, I loved her acknowledgement of the reality that with technology, there usually is an answer. She says that the technology is not usually wrong, and you just need to be willing to work to find it. I was particularly fascinated with her expression where she said, "You've just got to Google a little bit harder." But I also appreciated her acknowledgement that there is an advantage to be gained using online technology. Now, generally on the Online Litigator, we look to be agnostic between plaintiff side or defense side. Frankly, we even look to be agnostic between civil side and criminal side. I will warn you that Zoe is a plaintiff's attorney, and this presentation is decidedly from a plaintiff's perspective. So as a message to Corrine or any of our other viewers who are on the defense side of things, just take everything with a grain of salt when you watch Zoe's presentation. Now, in this seminar, Zoe covered a tremendous amount of technical level details. So she talked about cameras and camera positioning and sound and lights and backdrops and virtual backdrops and green screens and drawing tablets and screenshots and creating visuals and recording and creating exhibits. She did all those technical things. But she also married those with a fair amount of legal techniques, things that kind of transcend technology and that aren't necessarily only applicable to a Zoom deposition. But she applied them to Zoom depositions, which I thought was really clever. So for example, she has a technique that she calls right on the wall, which I really thought was just totally fascinating. But she also talks about split screen technology, which again, she was using before Zoom depositions. She talks about how to make exhibits that are engaging and are interesting. But most of all, I was intrigued by her talking about the TV Weatherman technique. This is some sort of the idea where you put your PowerPoints behind you and you use a green screen and you can illustrate the examples that are behind you. She used something called a Mannycam to achieve the TV Weatherman effect, but I know that the same effect could be accomplished using an ATEM Mini and a green screen, which is the technique that I personally use and espouse for others to use as well. One particularly neat use of Zoom technology that I loved was when she mentioned that she uses Zoom to do recorded interviews, and I've been doing a lot of that as well. But what she said that I thought was fascinating was that she does recorded Zoom interviews with her fact witnesses, and she then sends those interviews to her experts who can watch them and opine on the facts that were accumulated during those interviews. I've done similar things using recordings of Zoom interviews for mediation statements or for motion presentations, but I really like this idea of recording your fact witnesses and sending that information off to your experts. And of course, she talked a lot about maintaining good eye contact with your audience via Zoom, which is one of the topics that I hold near and dear to my heart. It was one of my first videos, and I really smiled to hear her saying the same things. The program was packed with great examples from both depositions in real life and depositions that she's taken on Zoom. Again, I thought this was a great program. I can't recommend it highly enough. So if you are in the market for a program where you're learning about Zoom depositions, please check out Zoe Littlepage and State-of-the-Art Zoom Depositions, Remote Depositions in 2020 with Zoe Littlepage. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you back here next time.